Members, good afternoon. It's the appointed time. We have a quorum. I call the meeting to order. Item number 1. Matters arising. The Chief Secretary indicated that he was grateful to members for their active input in the Appropriation Bill 2025 debate. Members have made many constructive comments that are of high reference value. He also indicated that in the face of challenges brought by internal and external economies and global politics, in particular the so-called reciprocal tariff imposed by the U.S. on a number of countries, the Hong Kong SAR will remain calm and united, make good use of Hong Kong's advantages as a free port, be bold in reform and innovation, further integrate international development, develop new markets and deepen regional cooperation in order to pursue development and break new ground. The CS also stated that the administration learned that a consensus has been reached in LegCo on improvements in self-monitoring and a system of duty performance, that the LegCo is working on a set of new rules for members with a view to implement it in the next term. This shows that the LegCo always endeavors to do better. The government welcomes the proposal. If necessary, the government will support the LegCo by amending the Legislative Council Powers and Privileges Ordinance. Item 2. Legal Service Division reports on bills and subsidiary legislation. There are 2 bills referred to the House Committee in accordance with Rule 54(4) of the Rules of Procedure. 1. Tobacco Control Legislation Amendment Bill 2025. Paper number LS44 of 2025. Legal advisor, please. Thank you. The bill seeks to amend Smoking Public Health Ordinance and a number of ordinances to implement 8 short-term tobacco control measures. That includes implement a duty stamp regime for tobacco, prohibit the provision of alternative smoking products, extending no smoking areas, prohibit smoking acts while queuing, prohibit the provision of tobacco products to underage persons, as well as prohibition of sale of traditional smoking products that contain certain substance. Please refer to paragraph 4 to 17. It will come into operation on the date to be appointed. Please refer to paragraph 18. The panel was consulted. Members expressed support, but they have also raised concerns. We are scrutinizing the legal and drafting aspects of the bill. The bill seeks to implement a number of control measures. Members may wish to set up a bills committee. That's all for my report. Legal advisor. Members. Anyone who would like to set up a bills committee to follow up on this bill? Mr. Holden Chow, Mr. Peter Shield, and Ms. Chen Ho Yan. Please circulate paper, record members' names. 2. Trade Unions Amendment Bill 2025. Paper number LS45 of 2025. Legal advisor, please. The bill seeks to amend the Trade Unions Ordinance and its subsidiary legislation to amend the statutory regulatory regime of trade unions. It includes empowering the registrar of trade unions to refuse applications for registration or amalgamation for safeguarding national security, prohibit persons who've been convicted of offenses relating to national security from holding office or signing applications, to impose restrictions on trade unions receiving and using of contributions made by external forces, strengthen the enforcement powers of the registrar and authorized officers, and other matters. Please refer to paragraphs 4 to 19 for details. This will take effect 6 months after the enacted ordinance is gazetted. In February, the panel on manpower was consulted. Members supported the proposal but expressed concerns. We are looking into legal and drafting aspects of the bill. The bill seeks to introduce substantive changes to the regulatory regime for trade unions. Members may wish to set up a bills committee. Thank you. Members who would like to set up a bills committee? Mr. Chow Siu Chung. Mr. Lee Chung-kang, Mr. Lai Tong-kwok, we have more than 3 members who have made an indication. We'll also circulate a paper. Item 2B, subsidiary legislation. There are 10 items. Subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 25th of April 2025. Paper number LS 46 of 2025. This covers 10 items of subsidiary legislation. Legal advisor, please. First, I will speak on 6 subsidiary legislations, that is LN 56 to 61. I'll start with LN 56 to 59. This is to facilitate that the High Court will implement the integrated court case management system to handle payment of fees as well as documents in relation to certain proceedings. It includes specifying the High Court as a court to which e-technology may be used, to set down practice and procedures for the using of technology as well as fees. In relation to LN 60, this is to amend the High Court Ordinance to ensure that electronic service is allowed on Sunday. In relation to LN 61, this is to specify the Competition Tribunal as a tribunal that falls within the definition of court, so that in relation to the use of technology and transfer of proceedings between the Court of First Instance and the Competition Tribunal, matters will be allowed. Please refer to paragraphs 3 to 12 for details. This will come into operation on the 30th of June in relation to LN 56 to L and LN 61. We have made some inquiries in relation to LN 59 of the Judiciary. Members may refer to paragraph 9. We have looked at the legal and drafting aspects of the 6 LNs. We have not identified any difficulties. That's all for my report for the 6 pieces of subsidiary legislation. Members who would like to set up subcommittees, a subcommittee to look at these 6 items? If not, please continue. I will now report on the remaining 4 legal notices, namely LN 62 to 65. This is to prepare for the onboarding of the latest batch of MPF schemes to the MPF platform. First, LN 62 is specified the 3rd of July as the day on which the approved trustee must begin to use the eMPF platform. In relation to LN 63 to 63, it is in relation to provisions on which a material date is to start for the determination of certain matters. Please refer to paragraph 17 to 21. We have not identified any difficulties in terms of drafting and legal aspects. That's my report for LN 62 to 65. Members who would like to set up a subcommittee, if so, please raise your hands. Let me remind members, in relation to the 10 items of subsidiary legislation, the deadline for amendment is at the Council meeting on the 28th of May. Item 3. Business for the Council meeting of 7th of May 2025, that is next Wednesday. This is the latest agenda. We have questions and resumption of second reading debate of 3 bills, namely Protection of the Harbour Amendment Bill 2024, Stamp Duty Amendment Bill 2025, Public Health and Municipal Services Amendment Bill 2024. In earlier meetings, the House Committee has noted the reports made by the relevant Bills Committee. We have 2 members' motions with no legislative effect. They are one from Mr. Ma Fung-kwok, a motion on staying firm and united to counter the tariff trade wars and strengthening Hong Kong's role as an international gateway, and one from Mr. Michael Tien on actively dovetailing with national and global trends and studying the reform of the curriculum framework for primary and secondary schools. Item 4. Business for the Council meeting of the 14th of May 2025. A. Questions. The list of members allotted with question slot is uploaded on the website. B. Government bill. First reading and second reading debate to be adjourned. So far, the Secretariat has not received any notice. C. Government bills. Second reading debate to resume consideration by Committee of the Whole Council and third reading. There are two bills for resumption of second reading debate. They are 1. Companies Amendment Number 2 Bill 2024 and 2. The Chinese Medicine Hospital of Hong Kong Bill. In an earlier meeting, the House Committee has already noted the reports made. D. Government motion. Proposed resolution under Section 4(5) of the Fatal Accidents Ordinance moved by Secretary for Justice. Paper number LS 47 of 2025. Legal advisor, please. This bill seeks the endorsement of the LegCo to increase the statutory sum of damages that may be awarded for bereavement in an action. It is to be increased to 242,500 and 253,500 to reflect the impact of inflation from 2022 to 2024 in relation to CPIA. Please refer to paragraphs 2 to 4. Well, there was an information paper issued. Members have not raised any issues. This will come into operation on the day when it is gazetted. We have not identified any legal and drafting difficulties. That's all for my report. Members, in relation to the report just made, who would like to set up a subcommittee to look into it? If so, please raise your hands. If not, please note that the administration plans to move the government resolution at the meeting on the 14th of May. E. Members' Bill. Second reading debate to resume consideration by Committee of the Whole Council and third reading. City University of Hong Kong Amendment Bill 2025. In an earlier meeting, the House Committee has already noted the report. F. Members' motion. The first one is from Mr. Perry Yiu, motion on reinforcing Hong Kong's role as an international tourism hub and consolidating its position as a world-class premier tourism destination. And the second one is a motion on reviewing the hawker management policy and invigorating the local economy from Mr. Leung Meng Kwong. The wording of the two motions has been uploaded onto the website. Members, if you would like to make any amendments, the deadline for giving notice is Wednesday, 7th of May. 5. Reports of Bills Committee and Subcommittees. Report of the Bills Committee on Merchant Shipping Safe and Environmentally Friendly Sound Recycling of Ships Bill. Let's hear from Mr. Yim Kong. Chairman. The Hong Kong International Convention for the Safe and Environmentally Sound Recycling of Ships 2009 will enter into force globally on the 26th of May 2025. The convention aims to ensure that ship recycling does not pose any unnecessary risk to human health, safety, or the environment. It is expected that the central government will apply the convention on the Hong Kong SAR. To ensure that the convention will be fully implemented in Hong Kong, the administration has introduced the Merchant Shipping Safe and Environmentally Sound Recycling of Ships Bill to provide for the safe and environmentally sound recycling of ships and to provide for related matters. The Bills Committee has held one meeting with the administration and has invited the public to provide submissions. Members pointed out that Hong Kong was the fourth largest shipping register in the world with more than 2,300 ships. The bill aligns the maritime law of Hong Kong with the international standard which consolidates Hong Kong's status as an international shipping centre. Members noted that the bill empowers the Secretary for Transport and Logistics to make regulations through subsidiary legislation for implementing the convention. Members were concerned about the impact on ship registration in Hong Kong if the bill and the regulations to be made could not come into operation before the convention took place. The administration indicated that they would complete the legislative exercise as soon as possible. The new law would come into operation on the date to be appointed by the Secretary by notice published in the Gazette. However, if the relevant legislation could not take effect before the relevant date, the administration would take measures to ensure that ships registered in Hong Kong would comply with the requirements of the Convention to reduce the risk related to ship recycling. Members suggested to the administration that after the bill was passed, communication with stakeholders should be stepped up to make sure that ships registered in Hong Kong would fully understand the details in the convention and the information on qualified recycling facilities and charges. In addition, members have made suggestions on legal and drafting issues of the bill, including the framework of the regulation, the enforcement power of the Director of Marine, disapplication of the bill granted by the Director to ships and recycling facilities, the definition of deficiency in ships or recycling facilities, and how the public could inspect the text of the convention. The Bills Committee has completed the scrutiny of the bill and will not move any amendments. The administration plans to resume the second reading debate of the bill at the Council meeting on the 21st of May. The Bills Committee does not object to it. The written report will be submitted to the House Committee later.
Thank you, Mr. Yim Kong. If members have no objections, the bill will resume second reading debate at the Council meeting on 21st of May. If members would like to propose amendments, the deadline for giving notice is 12th of May, Monday. Agenda item number 6, position on bills committees and subcommittees. As at 30th of April, Wednesday, there are 15 bills committees, 8 subcommittees under the House Committee, and 3 policy subcommittees under panels in action. 4 policy subcommittees are on the waiting list. Agenda item number 7, any other business. There is no other business for this meeting. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.